Hi, I'm Steve Argue. I'm Associate Professor of Youth, Family, and Culture here in the School of Theology. So I was at a conference this last year, and it was a Next Gen conference where the lineup was really filled with, at least in the ministry world, what they would say are probably the successful or the most innovative speakers of our day. And you know what I love about these people is that they're compassionate and passionate about young people. And so because of that, they're my people, because that's what I care about too. But, you know, one of the challenges that we have as we invest ourselves in certain conversations, whatever those might be, is that we have to kind of critically reflect on the conversations that we're having as well. And it's at that moment that I sort of had this check. I wasn't satisfied with what these leaders were saying. I was longing for them to talk in such a way that was more than just practical advice or an anecdotal lesson or business advice. I was longing for a conceptual framework. I wanted it rooted in some research. I wanted a theological turn that brought this stuff to light and gave it some weight. And that's when I realized that, you know, one of the things I love about Fuller Theological Seminary and the work that we do here is that I think we do a great job of taking people's experiences, taking people's passions, and turning that and wedding that with thoughtful scholarship, uh, with thoughtful ideas that really anchor the most innovative ideas that people have as they experience things. And so, you know, that's what I get really, really excited about. And I'm convinced that, you know, when we take our best ideas and we integrate them with thoughtful thinking, it moves us into a different space. I remember in my own ministry trajectory, I really dedicated my life to serving young people. And I realized that as I love these people, I've had such incredible experiences with them, but also incredible heartbreak. And what happens is it just sort of emerged out of that, these questions that my success or popularity or advancement didn't let me get away from. It's like these questions, it's like they chased me down. And I realized that those were the real questions that brought not only good ideas to my ministry experience, but also a sense of wisdom and depth. And I think that's what good theological education does. It brings us into a deeper conversation, a theological conversation, a sociological conversation, a developmental conversation, a pedagogical conversation that begins to help us see young people, see communities, see the contexts that they are coming from with more clarity and with more depth. And I really believe that when we seek more clarity in the things that we want to invest in, that we're able to advocate for young people and communities even more. And so you might be thinking, well, this is what a seminary professor is supposed to say, right? Like, you should get more schooling because that's the answer. But I actually believe that when we actually wed these experiences with thoughtful reading and writing and research, we actually can shape the conversations for generations to come. And we can shape a ministry generation that can actually change the world. And if we do that, I'm all in.